This is an On Cloudmonster 2, a robustly cushioned, nylon-plated beast of a sneaker. It's got crazy bounce, impressive durability, and large enough Cloudtec pods to support a small village. But is all that enough to counterbalance its hulkish weight? So here's the deal. This is the biggest running shoe that On has ever made. And when they released it in February, I wasn't quite sure how to categorize it. 2 years ago, I wrote about how running shoes were now segmented off into 3 categories. There were the regular trainers, think your New Balance 860s, shoes that you can run in, day out. Then there were the super shoes, the super expensive, super fast, super light shoes that you would use on race day. And then the super trainers, which were kind of a hybrid of the two. They had some carbon and foam, could go fast, but also didn't quite have the speed of a super shoe. The Cloudmonster 2 flipped my thesis on its head because it didn't seem to fit in any of the categories, and I don't really know what it is. Here's what I mean. With its nylon plate, its huge rock forward profile, and then its 2 layers of energy returning foam, the Cloudmonster 2 has way more pop than a regular training shoe. But at the same time, it's very heavy. So heavy that it can't explode off the ground like a regular super shoe, or even a super trainer. I started thinking, what kind of monster is this for? Helen Obiri? Or like Shrek?
My palms just got sweaty.
And On's descriptions didn't really help.
We like to describe the Cloudmonster as our OG weirdo.
What?
And this time, we did it again!
Did what again?
Cushioning, baby. One word. Max.
Okay, but how does it compare to the...
Max!
We'll just send you a pair. So, confused out of my skull, I took them for a wear test.
So these are actually the most cushioned On shoes I've ever run in. All the other ones I've tried bounce off the ground like a basketball, but don't have that much support, I find. It's kind of the opposite of Hoka, but this one has a bit of both. It is a bit heavy though. It's like encouraging a long loping stride because it's heavy, but also it rocks you forward. Kind of makes you run like a monster.
So, 2 pros and 1 con immediately emerged. The pros that they're versatile. I wore them for easy runs, steady states, and even a quick tempo, and they held their own. They had enough bounce and cushioning to counterbalance their weight, at least to an extent. The other pro is their durability. Now, I haven't completely seen this out yet because I've only run a couple 100 kilometers on these shoes, but the original Cloudmonsters were good for roughly 800 kilometers, and these ones, with more cushioning, I'm guessing will fare even better. The con is that they're big. Some would say too big. They're almost a full ounce heavier than the original Cloudmonsters, and while they're true to length, I found that my foot got lost in their height and also their width. These could cause you problems if you happen to have skinny feet. Let's take a closer look at how they're made. That extra support I was talking about comes from the Helium foam that On uses in this shoe, which is a softer material than what is in the original Cloudmonster.
Look out, princess. Here comes the new me.
They wedged a full layer of that foam between the foot and the actual nylon plate, or speedboard in On speak, for extra plushness, and then another one underneath it. All that cushioning prevents you from feeling super sore the day after a big run.
My legs hurt.
The Cloudmonster 2s also have the biggest Cloudtec pods ever released. So here I'm talking about those little energy returning underfoot holes that all On shoes have. So you get more bounce and cushioning from there too. And then the whole shoe has this built-in rock forward mechanism, which encourages a fast stride despite the shoe's weight. So altogether, this shoe is actually quite different from its predecessor, the original Cloudmonster. It is heavier, but offers better propulsion, better energy return, more cushioning. Scientifically, the comparison looks something like this. Okay, time for the sexy scale. I've seen a lot of these on the running trail, but not many outside of it. I still don't think On has managed to permeate the mainstream with these massive Cloudtec pods. That being said, big shoes are in vogue right now. They have been for a couple years, and I do think that they're so big that they're almost unique and are kind of a statement. So I'll give them a 7.5. But more importantly, should you buy the On Cloudmonster 2? When it comes to monsters, looks can sometimes be deceiving. This is what we're dealing with here. The Cloudmonster 2 is a sneaky super trainer disguised as a, what was it?
OG weirdo.
Right. They're too heavy for racing, but they work super well for long runs, steady state or tempo workouts, and even easy runs. They somewhat remind me of the Nike Invincible Run 3. So a super foam packed shoe with tons of support, a long lifespan, and a few hidden gears. In fact, if this were a little bit lighter and a bit more snug, I would call it one of my favorite training shoes.
I don't hate you because you're fat.
So is this worth the buy? If you can handle the weight, you might come to like it as a daily trainer. I've actually come to quite enjoy it. It's certainly not made for Helen Obiri's races, but it's also not made for Shrek either. It might actually work perfectly for a monster in the middle. Like you, or me. Thanks a lot for watching. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to like and subscribe to our channel. You can also find us on social media and on our website. Just Google Marathon Handbook. We are there. Till next time.